Hey everybody, how about a little knit and chat? It's been a minute since I've seen all of you, some of you. What's going on? What's new? Anything? Share with me what's new. So for me, first of all, I'm knitting a cowl. It's called a sock head cowl. So it's going to be, this is the bottom, and then it's going to be all stockinette, and then I'm going to have some ribbing on the top. I have another one of these, and it's pretty big that you can wear it as a nice cowl, and I mean it's nice, it's full, it's pretty, and then you could also, it's big enough that you can actually wear it as a hood. Like if it's cold out, you can actually put it on over your head, cover your head and your neck. It's a pretty good pattern. It's called the sock head cowl. Ooh, I think the designer's last name is McClure. I don't really remember too much. I also do the sock head hat pattern. I do the sock head hat also. So it's a Saturday. It's a bit gloomy. I went out shopping today. So listen, a couple things. Now this is like a personal blog, okay? There's nothing professional about this blog, and I have it listed as a personal blog. So you're not gonna find any fancy lighting, any fancy video, none of that, and nothing prepared. I just come on here and talk my shit, whatever comes to mind. But today I went shopping, and I went out early, and my mother's living with me. I don't know how many of you know that, but my mother's living with me. She's 92, gonna be 93 in a couple of weeks, actually, in July. Anyway, I said last night, I said, you know what? If I wake up nice and early, I'm gonna go out to do some shopping before the crowds and blah, blah, blah. Well, the cat really did not let me get a good night's sleep, so I wasn't able to really wake up early. So I didn't wake up till like 8:30, which for me, when I say early, I want to be in the store at 7 o'clock. But that was not happening today. So anyway, I go, and it is, so I woke up at 8:30. So I want to say I probably went out at 9:30. When I tell you, I was so shocked to see that there was only one. After I did all my shopping, I saw quite a few Instacart shoppers. You know, you see young men with their phone, you know, and you know that they're Instacart shoppers. These are not people who are doing their Saturday shopping. But there was only one register open on a Saturday. And I usually don't go out shopping. Like I said, I was gonna go out like 7 o'clock. There was just one register open, and there were maybe like 2 people ahead of me online in that one register. But when I was walking towards the registers, you know, I'm like noticing, wait a minute, okay, so this is not open, this is not open, and there are no people. Like there are no shoppers. It's just so strange to me. I wonder if, because of the pandemic, people started shopping online. And like I said, I saw those Instacart shoppers, and they don't go to the stores as much anymore. I was just like taken aback by that. It was almost like Twilight Zone-y. Like, where are all the people? It's a Saturday. Anyway, so I did my shopping, and then I go to this other store because I wanted to get, my mom wanted coconut water. And I wanted to get her like a 6-pack or an 8-pack, however they come, of coconut water, like little cans, like 12-ounce cans, you know? So I go in this store, Ghost Town. It's Saturday. However, this store, I forget the name of the store. It's in Middle Island. Anyway, the shelves were like barely stocked. And there was a woman came in with me, and there was another woman in there. So maybe there were 3 of us in the store total. I wanted to get celery, and I wanted to see if they had my mother's coconut water. So I go into the produce section, and they were, the produce section was nicely stocked, but I didn't need anything but celery. However, the cucumbers were English cucumbers were 3 for $2. I usually pay like $5 for one English cucumber. So I got the cucumbers, and then I got condensed milk in the squeeze tube. So I got that. And when I went up to the register, they didn't have the coconut water. When I went up to the register, it was like the produce guy was checking me out. There was no one. It was like a ghost town, I swear. There was no one. There was no one behind the deli. There was no one in the customer service section. All the registers were empty. And when I walked up there, he came, and he looked like the produce guy, the guy who stocks up the whatever. So there's something going on there. That's going to be closing soon. So I leave there, and as I'm getting in my car, I notice there's a salon in this shopping center, and I've seen it before. It's called Locked and Rose. And that name leads me to believe that they do locks, So I was like, what? I wonder if there's anybody in there, because I really need a haircut. Not that I wanted it today, but so I walk in there. I park the car, and I walk in, and there's one young lady with a customer in her chair, and she looks like she's doing braids. I'm not sure. But I walk in there, I'm like, hello, cutest lady. Cute. I'm calling her lady, but she's like a girl. She's so cute. So I said to her, do you do old lady curly cuts? Or do you do old ladies with curly hair? She was like, of course. I said, do I need an appointment? She's like, yeah, you do. So anyway, she gave me the card. She told me where to find the card and go online to schedule an appointment. And I looked it up, and I think her name is Dominique. So I'm going to schedule an appointment with her and get my hair cut. And I hope it works out, because my goodness, it's so close, And I had me, my mother, my niece, everybody. We all have curly hair, and it'd be nice to find a salon so close by that can, cut our hair. So that was awesome. And what else? I am planning. Oh, I better not say that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying what I'm planning. So I made some soap that I have to mail out. I made a goat's milk soap, and I didn't make it from scratch. I made it from a goat's milk base, which I haven't done in a long time. That's a great way to start soaping, by the way. Just buy the base, cut it, melt it, add whatever you need to add to it, fragrance, color, whatever. Put it in a mold. It solidifies in really fast, You don't even have to wait overnight, but I would wait overnight. Unmold it, boom. You have nice ready-made soap. You don't have to wait for curing. I love to make my own soap, but I had this base and the person wanted goat's milk soap, so I made that. Got to wrap that up and send that out. And I have work next week, one day. I'm only working one day in July and one day in August. Tai Chi practice, still doing that. Have to get back to the gym, that I have not done. How do you get yourself motivated? I used to be a great self-motivator. I'm not a great self-motivator anymore. I swear. Oh, I went to a local restaurant with some friends and this past week, and I had a chicken burger that was so delicious. Actually, on the menu, it said chicken burger with bacon, cheddar, lettuce, tomato, blah, blah, blah. So I asked him, first I told him I had a meat allergy, so can I have it without the bacon, and is it cooked on the same griddle with beef or meat? And he was like, nope. So I said, you know what, I'll try it. Oh my goodness, it was so good. It was so good. A chicken burger, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion. It was delicious. Anyway, and then it was on Thursday. It was Tequila Thursday. So like all their tequila drinks were on special or whatever, the nachos, the tacos, and all of that. So I got a delicious tequila cocktail. It was like a mango jalapeno something or other, because the tequila was a jalapeno tequila, and it had some jalapeno slices in there. It was delicious. So the girls and I sat there for 4 hours. You know, you're having fun when time flies by. I was like, oh my goodness, look at the time. We had a good time. So anyway, I found a chicken burger that I can have. I don't know if I told you, but I like the Impossible Burger from Burger King. I had one. I had it once. I only had half because I had bought a chicken sandwich, which I know I like. And then I got the Impossible Whopper. But just in case I didn't like it, I had the chicken sandwich. So I ate half of that Impossible Whopper. It was delicious. I will absolutely get that again. And I finished up my doxycycline. And I have to say, I'm feeling a lot better. I don't have the fatigue that I had. I don't have that. I still have a few episodes of joint pain, but nothing like I was having. And I guess the fact that I have not been eating any meat is, you know, contributing to the fact that I don't have joint pain like I used to have. So that's a good sign. So probably in a month or two, I'll go have more blood work to see if I'm still positive for Lyme and alpha-gal syndrome. Yeah. I just had to go get some Benadryl. A friend of mine who has had alpha-gal syndrome for 10 years. Could you imagine? 10 years. She said, always keep some Benadryl on hand. I do have an EpiPen, but she said, always keep some Benadryl on hand so when you accidentally consume some mammalian product, you know, because a lot of times you don't know what's in things, you know, unless you're making it yourself and you can't see the label, you don't know. And then if you feel like you may have ingested something that you shouldn't, she's like, just take a Benadryl. So I got some Benadryl to be prepared. I got an EpiPen. And, you know, it's not so bad. I certainly do miss having a nice steak, and I make carne guisada, which is Puerto Rican beef stew. I make that for the family, and I miss, you know, having that. But holy crap, I'm going over 13 minutes. Okay. All right, peeps. Oh, I hate when I say peeps. I don't mean to say peeps. My friends. I got new glasses. So I bought these glasses online. The very first time I ever shopped online for glasses. Hey, I'm sold. I'm happy with them. I buy direct. That's where I got these from. And my glasses always cost me $300 and up. I get progressive lenses, and sometimes I get transitions. These are not transitions. And I think I'm gonna stop buying transitions. I'll just get the little clip-on things for when I'm out in the sun. Anyway, good to see y'all. I hope you're having a good weekend. It's only Saturday, but enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll talk soon. And I'll let you know how my haircut goes. Toodles.